for the area sketched below. Find the mean precipitation for the area sketched below by Thiessen's polygon method. By Thiessen's polygon method. The area is composed of square plus an equilateral triangle plot of size equilateral triangle plot of side 4 kilometers of side 4 kilometers the rainfall readings in centimeter at various stations are also given. Okay, so you are given with the figure. So these are the stations. So this is how the stations are given. So how many stations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total of 6 stations. Alright. Now the rainfall values at each station. Let me give the number of these stations first. This station number 1, this station number 2, this station number 3, this station number 4, this is station number 5, and this is station number 6. So likewise there are 6 stations. Now the rainfall values at each station are given. So station number 1 we have 4.8 centimeter. Station number 2 we have 13 centimeter. Station number 3 we have 8 centimeter. Station number 4 we have 5.4 centimeter. Station number 5 we have 3.2 centimeter, and station number 6 we have 9.4 centimeter. So these are the PI values, right? Precipitation values at each station. So you may call this as P1, you may call this as P2, P3, P4, P5, and P6. Alright. So now you have to solve this by Thiessen polygon method. So Thiessen polygon method says that first of all, join all these stations by straight lines. Okay. So we have already joined these stations. Now you may join the 6th station also if you want, right? At least join such that it should be divided into some series of polygons first. Okay, so now it is divided into a triangle and a quadrilateral. So can you tell me what kind of triangle and what kind of quadrilateral it is? Come on.
A square and equilateral triangle.
Yes. Why? Because it's given that the side is equal and it is of 4 centimeters. So all the sides here are 4 centimeter. Now this also is 4 centimeter. So this is a square. Now this also is 4 centimeter. Okay. So now this will be an equilateral triangle and this will be a square. So we have divided this area. Now it is a very simplistic figure, right? Now for the calculation purpose, let us take it. Let's call by some denotation A. Later on we'll put the value. Okay. Now what we have to do? First we have to assign a particular area to all particular stations. Right. So now how are we going to divide this? कैसे divide कर सकते हैं? First let's talk about this triangle. What we call it? Let's call it ABC. Right? Let's call it this point B, this point E, the center point as F. This is exactly the center. How can we divide? So I have told you one method, that to divide a triangle equally into 3 equal parts, we have to draw perpendicular bisectors. Right? So can we draw perpendicular bisectors to all the sides? So one will be this. Another one will be like this, and another one will be like this. Right? This is an equilateral triangle, so obviously all the perpendicular bisectors will meet at the vertex also. Otherwise, you can just draw perpendiculars like this. Okay, so now we have some 3 areas for the 3 stations on this triangle. So first area is, can you see, this is a quadrilateral. Let's call this point as G, this point as H, and this point let's call it as O. Okay, so now this AGOH is a quadrilateral, and which is exactly having a 1/3 of the area of this triangle. Right? I'm talking about this area. Now, again, we have another area. Let's call this point as I. So again, we have an area HOIB, this quadrilateral. So now the area for this quadrilateral will go to the station B. And the area for the previous quadrilateral, this AGOH, will go to this station number 5. Similarly, the remaining 1/3 of the area GOIC will go to the station number 1. Okay, just tell me if you are properly able to visible the board. Can you view the board properly?
ब्लर है सर थोड़ा.
Blur आ रहा है. Okay. All right, just try to understand what I'm saying. Ultimately, you have to divide this into 3 parts, okay? And we'll assign each part to each station. Okay, so can we write that the area for stations 1, 4, and 5 will be exactly 1/3 of the area of triangle ABC? Right? So can you find out the area of this triangle ABC? How can you find out? We need half base into height to find out the area of this triangle ABC. So this is the base. The length of the base we know, that is 4 centimeter. Okay, and there is a perpendicular. The perpendicular is this perpendicular bisector. So what would be the length of this perpendicular bisector? This one, AI. इसकी लेंथ क्या होनी चाहिए? अगर वैसे ध्यान नहीं हो तो you can use Pythagoras also. This is a 90 degree, right? Perpendicular bisector है. So कितनी होगी इसकी लेंथ? Now this will be A, this side. This is A. Perpendicular bisector है तो this should be A by 2. ठीक है, इसको आप x मान लीजिए. So x square plus A by 2 square equals to A square. Right? So just make the calculation. So this x square will be how much? A square minus A square by 4. So this will be 3A square by 4, and this x will be equal to under root 3A by 2, isn't it? Under root 3 by 2A. So now this will be the length of the perpendicular. So can you find out the area for this triangle ABC? Let me rub off this thing first. Okay, I can use it here, right? So can you find out this area of this triangle ABC? Now this will be half. Base is A. Height is how much? Under root 3 A by 2. So ultimately we got this area of this triangle as this two. Okay, this both are in denominator. So under root 3 A square by 4. And we have assigned 1/3 of this area to each of the stations. So each of the station will get how much? 1, 4, and 5 will get 1/3 of this area. If you don't understand, please tell me. So how much it will be? A square by 4 under root 3. ठीक है, आप इसको वैल्यू में कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं लेटर ऑन. Is this clear to everyone? If no one has any doubt up to here, now you can see you have divided this triangle into 3 parts, assigning the area to each of the stations 1, 4, and 5. Right? But यहाँ पे चलिए 5 is different because 5 is at the edge. But station 4 and station 1 also share the boundary with this square. Correct? These are the common stations between this triangle and this square. So they will be sharing some of the area from this square as well. So now we have to do something to divide this area. All right. So how can we divide this area? There are 4 neighboring stations and there is one center station also. अगर ये center station नहीं होता, if this was not here, then we could have easily divided the area into 4 equal parts, and we have assigned one area to one station. पर क्योंकि यहाँ पे सेंटर स्टेशन भी है तो हमें उसे भी कुछ एरिया असाइन करना है. So what we'll do? There are n number of methods. I'll tell you one method. Always remember, just try to divide the area symmetrically as far as possible. That will be easy for calculations also, right? So what I'll do, I'll take the center point of all these sides of the square and I'll join them. ठीक है. So what you will see that we have formed a smaller square inside the bigger square, right? And by the property of the square, you might be knowing that if I join the center points of the square, then this length between the center points is exactly half the length of the diagonal. Isn't it? This diagonal will obviously pass through this center station. Right? So diagonal की लेंथ कितनी होती है? कितनी होनी चाहिए diagonal की लेंथ? अगर इसे भी right triangle मान ले तो this square a square plus a square should be equal to this square, diagonal square. So 2a square and अगर आप अंडर रूट उठाएंगे तो ये diagonal की लेंथ कितनी आ जाएगी? अंडर रूट 2a. ठीक है. So this length should exactly be half this diagonal length. So that means all these sides, let's call the I, let's call this J, this center point K, this center point L. So now this length IJ is equal to JK is equal to JL is equal to LI. This all should be how much? Under root A by 2, half the diagonal length. So now we can say this should be equal to A by under root 2. Right? So now can you find out the area for this square, this center square, whose all the sides are equal to A by under root 2? So the area for station number 6 will be equal to area of square Lijk, which will be equal to under root 2a square, right? Which will be equal to 2a square. Now you can put the value a is equal to 4, that will be around 32 kilometer square. This will be the area for station 6. So station 6 का area हमने seclude कर दिया. Now what we have to do? अब इस बड़े वाले square में some area will go to these corner stations also, right? And these all areas are equal also. So what you can do? Subtract the center square area from the bigger square and divide it by 4 and assign the area to 4 stations, because this is symmetrical figure. Asymmetrical figure होता तो individually हम triangles का area निकाल सकते थे. ठीक है? That also you can do. Individually भी कर सकते हैं अगर आप चाहें तो. ठीक है? Individually कैसे कर सकते हैं? Now this is a by 2, this is a by 2. I think ये ज़्यादा easy पड़ेगा. ठीक है? तो area for station 1, 4, 3 and 2 will be how much? Half base is a by 2, height is a by 2. ठीक है? So now this will be how much? A square by 8. So अगर इसको convert करें, a is 4, so 16 by 8, almost 2 kilometer square. All right. Can someone tell me the value of this? A square by 4 under root 3. This will be 4 square. 4 cancel. 4 by under root 3. ठीक है? किलोमीटर स्क्वायर. तो देखिए अब सारे स्टेशंस का एरिया आपको मिल गया. यहाँ पे Station number 5 would be having this area 4 by under root 3, right? Now station 1 would be having 4 by under root 3, which was 1 by third of this triangle, plus the area which is coming from this triangle. ठीक है, स्टेशन नंबर 1 के लिए क्या हो जाएगा, ये वाला एरिया भी हो जाएगा और ये वाला एरिया भी हो जाएगा, both these areas. So we have area for station number 1, how much, this area 2 kilometer square and plus this area 4 by under root 3. ठीक है, स्टेशन 2 को सिर्फ ये वाला एरिया मिलेगा जो स्मॉलर ट्राइंगल है, ठीक है, which is a square by 8. So station 2 would be only having this 2 kilometer square area. Station 3 will only be having same 2 kilometer square area. Now station 4 would be sharing area from the neighboring quadrilateral and this triangle. Okay, so neighboring quadrilateral क्या है, 1 by third of triangle this ABC, which you have calculated as 4 under root 3 by 4 by under root 3. So station number 4 4 by under root 3 and plus 2 which is coming from this triangle, क्योंकि दोनों तरफ से एरिया शेयर कर रहा है. ठीक है, 4 हो गया, 5 we have already calculated 1 by third of this bigger triangle, that is this thing, 4 by under root 3. So station, okay, now I think it will be somewhat visible, right? So now we have station number 5 having area 4 by under root 3 and having station number 6 जिसको हमने अलग से एरिया दिया था छोटा वाला स्क्वायर बना के, तो इसका एरिया हम निकाल चुके हैं 32 किलोमीटर स्क्वायर. ओके, सो दिस इज 32 किलोमीटर स्क्वायर. सो आपको क्या मिल गया, एरिया मिल गया A1 A2 A3 A4 A5 A6 for all the 6 stations. You already are given with the rainfall P1 P2 P3 P4 P5 P6 for 6 stations. So can we calculate the mean rainfall now? कर सकते हैं? Just apply the weighted average. So now this mean rainfall is equal to sigma pi ai by sigma a. Okay, so we have p1 a1 plus p2 a2 plus p3 a3 plus up to p6 a6 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 up to plus a6. So you can just calculate and tell me the answer. Is someone getting an answer around 7.36 centimeter? किसी का आ रहा है क्या? You people are calculating, right? Apurv, Vidhi? 622. Where is he? Arjun Verma?
Yes, sir.
660.
Yes, sir.
You got the answer?
कर रहा हूँ सर अभी
Yes?
वन सर अभी कर रहा हूँ
जल्दी कैलकुलेट करके बताओ. Ayush Thakur?
Yes, sir. Almost, sir. A second.
Okay, you just calculate at home. I'm giving another numerical. Write down quickly. We hardly have 10 minutes left. Write down the isohyetal map. The isohyetal map for 24 hours storm. For 24 hours storm gave the area enclosed between different isoheights. Give the area enclosed between different isoheights. Okay, just make a table of two columns. On left hand side, write isoheights in millimeter. And on the right hand side, write down enclosed area in square kilometer. Enclosed area in square kilometer. Okay, write down the isoheights value first. So I told you what are isoheights. This is a problem from isohyetal method. So what are isoheights? These are the contours having same rainfall values. So I'm giving those rainfall values to you. So write down. First value is 21. Corresponding enclosed area is 543. Second column में 543. Next value is 20. Isoheight value is 20. Corresponding area is 1345. The next area is 19. Corresponding area is 2030. Okay. (2030). Then next area is 18. Sorry, next isoheight is 18. Corresponding area is 2545. Just got some problem. Next is 17. Corresponding area is 2955. Next is 16. Corresponding area is 3280. Next is 15. Corresponding area is 35, 35. Next area is 14. Corresponding area is 3710. Next isoheight is 13. Corresponding area is 3880. 3880. Next isoheight is 12. Corresponding area is 3915. 3915. Okay, so इसमें क्या करना है? Now you are given with just a second. Some problem with the system. तो देखिए यहाँ पे क्या है, आपको आइसोहाइट की वैल्यूज दी गई हैं, राइट, और उनके करस्पॉन्डिंग इंक्लोज्ड एरिया भी दिया गया है. बट व्हाट यू कैन सी हियर, ऑल दीज एरियाज आर इन इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर. दैट मीन्स they are measured from one end of the catchment, right, and we are consequently measuring the area from one end of the catchment to another. तो अगर मुझे किसी भी दो आइसोहाइट के बीच का एरिया चाहिए है, then what we'll do, we have to make a difference, as I told you in my theory class, right? We have to make a difference, right? So it's like this. Now this is your entire catchment. Now you are given with the isoheights. So this first isoheight may be 21, next is 20, next is 19. Like this, you have the last isoheight at 12. So you can assume that isoheight at the end of the catchment. So that is 12, right? So now each isoheight will be shared with some area, right? Now, if I want to calculate this area, what I'll do? अभी मुझे पहले एरिया की वैल्यू दी गई है यहां से, right? It is like 543. This is up to first isoheight of 21. Next is 1345. So it is measured from this end. This is 1345. How I knew that this is measured from this end? Because all the values are in increasing order, which is only possible when you measure the area from one end. Okay, similarly the next value is 2030, so it is measured now from this end up to here, 2030. So can I find out the difference? अभी पहले आइसोहाइट के लिए क्या होगा? The value will remain same, 543, because there is no isoheight up to here. From the catchment boundary, it is taken up to this isoheight, so this value remains as 543. So you may just make a table for simplification. Like you may write isoheights in mm, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, like this, right? Then enclosed area. So for 21 the area will be 543. For 20 the area will be difference of the two. ये हमें ये वाला area चाहिए, बीच वाला hashed area. So this will be 1345 minus 543. So almost 802. For the next area, we'll be finding out the difference between 2030 and 1345. So now this will be somewhat around 685, if I am correct. Like this way, you can calculate area up to last, that is up to 12. Right? Now, if I am taking this area, अब इसको कौन सा precipitation में assign करूंगा इस area को? Because what we need P1 value and corresponding A1 value, then P2 value, then correspondingly A2 value. तो मुझे area तो मिल गया. First area is this A1, second area is this, ये वाला जो area निकाला आपने 802, this is A2, but the precipitation that will be corresponding to is the mean precipitation of this isoheight and this isoheight. So what I'll do, I'll take an average of 21 and 20. So the mean precipitation value will be, for this one it will be 21, next one it will be 20.5, then it will be 19.5, then it will be 18.5, like that. You will go on. All right. Anyone has got any problem? So here you have the A1 value, and this will be considered as your P1 value, which is the average value. Now you can apply the formula. P1A1 plus P2A2 plus P3A3, like that. Can you do this thing? Can you do? Anyone there?
Yes, sir.
All right. So just do this problem by yourself. If you are still getting any doubt, do ask me in the next class. All right. We do have one consultation session. So do you want me to take class at from 2 to 3? Come on, students. Can we have a class today, 2 to 3?
No, sir.
No. Why so? Okay, if anyone has any doubt regarding that, he or she may contact me at the WhatsApp or something, or just give me a call directly. So I'll arrange a class from 2 to 3. All right. Okay, then we'll meet at the next class.